These latest headlines from ABC15 are sponsored by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorneys. One call, that's all.
I'm Craig McKee with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. Police are investigating after a deadly hit and run in Phoenix. They say a man was hit just before 6 o'clock this morning on 43rd Avenue and McDowell Road. Witnesses and first responders tried to save his life, but he died there on the scene. Witnesses told Phoenix police they saw a woman hit the victim and get out of her car to look at him before driving away. Phoenix PD telling ABC15 they are looking for a gray Jeep Cherokee with significant front-end damage and described the suspect as a Hispanic woman in her 40s. If you have any tips or surveillance video in the area, please call 911 or Silent Witness. It is day 24 of the government shutdown, and today more than 500,000 federal workers are missing their first full paycheck since the start of the shutdown. Since the stalemate started on October 1st, close to 1.5 million civilian federal workers were either furloughed or forced to work without pay. And next week, air traffic controllers will miss their first paychecks, raising concern about sick calls and what could lead to widespread flight delays.
I can't guarantee you that your flight's going to be on time. I can't guarantee you that your flight's not going to be canceled.
November 1st, from 1 week from tomorrow, in fact, is also the day when open enrollment begins for Obamacare. Democrats say they won't vote to reopen the government until Obamacare subsidies are extended. Meanwhile, Republicans say they're willing to negotiate over the subsidies, but only after the government is back open. And with no end to the shutdown on the horizon here, the Arizona Department of Economic Security saying about 900,000 people in our state alone who rely on SNAP, otherwise known as food stamps, will not get their benefits starting next week. That is unless, of course, the federal government releases more money. St. Mary's Food Bank telling us that they are already seeing about 10,000 families every weekend, their main locations, and they're now anticipating, as a result of this, an influx of new clients coming in for food assistance.
We've dealt with SNAP benefit cuts before. We haven't dealt with both of them at the same time. And especially now at the height of, we're seeing more people come to the food bank than ever before off of all the things that have happened with inflation and unemployment now becoming a factor. We're definitely, this is as bad as it gets.
He says about 20% of their food comes from the federal government, so they're not in as bad of a situation here as, say, perhaps other food banks. But a reminder to anyone who is concerned about losing their benefits next week, help is available. We're putting all the resources to different food banks on our homepage at abc15.com. Meanwhile, Arizona Senator Ruben Gallego is pushing to guarantee pay for military personnel and federal workers. You may remember he introduced a bill that would provide one-time funding for those who have missed paychecks since October 1st. The Military and Federal Employee Protection Act would require all delayed compensation be paid within 1 week of the bill's passage. Now to an ABC15 health alert impacting parts of our state. Doctors are monitoring a measles outbreak at the Arizona-Utah border. According to the State Department of Health Services, 84 measles cases have been confirmed in our state this year. 80 in Mojave County alone, 4 in Navajo County. You see the map there. 3 people have also been hospitalized. Now to an ABC15 health alert impacting parts of our state. Doctors are monitoring a measles outbreak at the Arizona-Utah border. According to the State Department of Health Services, 84 measles cases have been confirmed in our state this year. 80 in Mojave County alone, 4 in Navajo County. You see the map there. 3 people have also been hospitalized. Tempe residents, you still have 2 days to utilize the resources at the Disaster Assistance Center. If you're still dealing with the fallout from the storms that ravaged the area last week, head to the Community Christian Church on South College Avenue. It's going to be open from noon to 7 today and tomorrow. Special Olympics Arizona kicking off their 2025 fall games this weekend in Surprise. More than 1,300 Arizona athletes will compete in swimming and bocce ball this weekend at the Oasis Swim Center and Mark Coronado Park. Now, this is one of the year's biggest competitions for Special Olympics Arizona. Some of these athletes could qualify for national events. Opening ceremonies happen tonight at Surprise Stadium with a parade of athletes and a torch lighting and dance party.
Tracking your forecast, I'm Chief Meteorologist Amber Sellens. We've got high pressure building in again, a warm up coming as we head through the weekend and next week too. Tomorrow, temperatures climbing into the mid to upper 80s. Phoenix at 87 degrees. Our normal, though, that 30-year average goes down to 86. We'll start things out in the 60s. It's really going to be a beautiful day here across the Phoenix metro area and across the state. We expect temperatures to be a little bit warmer out west with 90s in the forecast for Lake Havasu City, Quartzsite, and Yuma. Up north, highs Highs in the 60s up along the rim, 70s in Payson, Sedona, and Prescott, and 80s across southeastern Arizona for tomorrow afternoon. Phoenix again at 87, but hitting the 90s next week. For Phoenix, it looks like 90 degrees in that Tuesday forecast, 91 on Wednesday, and 90 on Thursday. Then temperatures do look to drop a little bit by Halloween with a high of 88 here in the valley.